Hello, this is Heart for Glory, episode 129. We are just about 24 hours removed from the hottest party of the summer, the biggest pay-per-view of the summer. Here on Heart for Glory, we have covered things such as G1 predictions, such as Fight for the Fallen, such as Start of Midsummer Champions. But none of that is in comparison to... One moment, guys. WWE Summerslam. And this is the WWE Summerslam 2022 review. I'm Mcafee. I'll be your host. Sadly, Young Smooth won't be with us for today. Again, guys, whoops, freaking car. You guys already know here in New York City, traffic's going to be crazy. But I'm Mcafee. This is SummerSlam 2022 review. Again, it's going to just be me by myself. Young Smooth will be coming back eventually. I can't give you guys an exact date, but don't get too comfy with just seeing me on Top for Glory. But I'm also all over it just because of how much I truly enjoyed SummerSlam. But it's not 100 out of 100. It's maybe... Actually, right now is the perfect time to tell you guys that we are actually bringing back the Talk for Glory rating system. So instead of you guys going to your Wrestling Observer Lives and your Dave Meltzers and Brian Alvarez's, you guys can look forward to Talk for Glory's 5-star recommendations. Now let's get SummerSlam 2022 review started. Starting it off with The Miz versus Logan Paul. I've got to be honest with you guys. I did not enjoy this match. Logan Paul had good moments. He had that dive from the top rope to the announce table. He had the beating Miz with his own finisher. And even though this has nothing to do with them, I was sadly disappointed to see AJ Styles and Ciampa brawling outside the ring. You guys couldn't have AJ Styles have a match at SummerSlam against Ciampa? Like, it could not have been that difficult. But all in all, this match just makes me a little more curious to see how Logan Paul is a WWE superstar. Because this is just his first step. This is just The Miz. I understand, former Grand Slam champion, main event of WrestleMania 27. But let's see how Logan Paul does with some of the current superstars, the superstars that we'll be seeing for the next 10, 15 years. Also, guys, what do you guys think of Logan Paul? What match would you guys want to see Logan Paul in? What match, what opponents would you guys want to see? And I understand it is late, so even if you guys see this late, comment down below. We always pay attention. We always notice who's watching. We always notice who's commenting. So just let us know anytime. But all in all, Logan Paul picked up the win here. So again, congrats to him. But now let's move on to our next match. A battle of former football players. It is... Whoa. One sec, guys. There we go. It is Pat McAfee versus Happy Baron Corbin, bum-ass Corbin, whatever the hell you guys want to call him. Honestly, a lot of people like this match. Is this Pat McAfee's best match? No, it is not. To me, the War Games match between the Undisputed Era and Pat and Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch and Pete Dunne was his best match. My only true problem with this match was it kind of came out of nowhere. Like, can someone like fill in the blank for me on how we got here? Um how did we get Corbin versus McAfee? I whoops, sorry about that, guys. But yeah, I don't know how we got there. So if someone can just like confirm with me about like the steps that were taken there, that would be great. But this match was good all in all. Baron Corbin is forever at this point a mid Carter. He can pretty much just do anything and it just won't affect him because, we've all made peace with where Baron Corbin is in the company. As for Pat McAfee, his finish with a sunset flip powerbomb instead of a Canadian destroyer, I'll admit, I thought he was going for a Panama Sunrise. But I'm glad to see Pat getting that win. And it's impressive to see that Pat has been very active from his match with Adam Cole, from his War Games match, from his match with, who did he face at WrestleMania? From his match with Austin Theory, from his match with Vince McMahon, to his match with Baron Corbin. Is Pat secretly telling us that he's full time? Is that what he's saying? That he's a full time WWE superstar? Sorry, guys. All right, time for the next match, where it is in a no disqualification match, the father-son duo of Dominic and Rey Mysterio versus Finn Balor and Damian Priest, the Judgment Day. So here's my thing. I have two problems with this. In a in a no disqualification match, wouldn't it be a smarter idea to make it than a tornado, a tornado tag match? Because how do I say it? What's the ref gonna do? Count? Tell you to get back on the apron? 1, 2, 3, 4. What? Like, what's that gonna do? It's no disqualifications. So it just feels like why are why is it a regular tag match but it's also no DQ? I will say that I did look forward to seeing Finn Balor and Damian Priest be a little bit more aggressive because they've been looking a little bland in just regular tag matches. If this was just a regular tag match, I would have just been like, fuck it. Let's put him on the pre show. Because Ray is a bona fide Hall of Famer. Dominic should be in NXT right now. Finn Balor sucks as a heel. When I've said this on my TikTok and I've said this on my Instagram, we've had the Prince on NXT. We've had Prince Devitt in New Japan Pro Wrestling. So how are we struggling with a heel Finn Balor on the main roster? I said this in one of our videos. I don't need to see the demon. I would be perfectly fine if we somehow get Finn's light up jacket, the real rock and roll one. You can even have Damian Priest carry Finn like he's Bad Luck Fale, and hopefully that's a little change that would be needed. But yeah, overall the match was good. The real highlight is Edge showing up, even though we all saw it coming. Well, not all, because for some reason, people thought it was Bray Wyatt when all the vignettes and silhouettes were just of Edge's past. So now I'm curious where to see with this. Oh, also, this is just me fantasy booking on how we would have gotten to SummerSlam. So Finn joins the Judgment Day, kicks out Edge. AJ Styles could have been in Ray's spot instead of this random tag match. AJ could have then started talking to Finn like, so everything we did was an act. The thing between you, me, and Liv was an act. You just wanted to be the leader of the Judgment Day. And then we somehow segue our way into a match at SummerSlam because we all remember the match at TLC between AJ Styles and Finn Balor. A lot of people enjoyed that match. A lot of people really liked that match. But what was the one thing everyone kept saying? It was missing a story. WWE, I just pitched you a story for AJ Styles versus Finn Balor. And also, we get AJ on the card. Yes, this sacrifices Rey Mysterio and Dominic on the card, but let's be honest here, guys. We can go 3 pay-per-views without Rey and Dominic on the card. Nothing will change. And that's not me being disrespectful to Dom or Rey. It's that Rey is, again, a certified Hall of Famer, and Dominic is still green to the point where whenever I talk to anyone about Dominic Mysterio, the first question they ask is, did he go to NXT yet? I love the Mysterios. I've loved Rey since I was a kid. But this feud was absolutely pointless, and Dominic Mysterio sucks. I don't care. All right. Now that I'm done with that mini rant, the next match is for the United States Championship. It is the almighty United States Champion Bobby Lashley versus the youngest Mr. Money in the Bank winner, Austin Theory. Again, for the United States Championship. So this is actually pretty interesting to me because I have said that Austin Theory should have been United States champion throughout the summer. And I've already said that I'm perfectly fine with the fact that he won the briefcase. Just the way they added him in was my issue. If it was the scenario of Vince McMahon telling Austin Theory, "Hey, I have so much faith in you that you are going to be such a star here. I'm going to give you a free spot in the Money in the Bank. I have so much confidence in you that you will be United States champion and Mr. Money in the Bank by the end of the night." I would have been fine if that's how we got Austin Theory in the match. But, you know, I'm not in creative. I'm not backstage. I'm just a fan giving my 2 cents. That's Talk for Glory, guys. We're just fans. As most wrestling podcasts. But this match was kind of one-sided on Bobby Lashley's side because there wasn't a time where I truly believed, oh, Austin Theory might get back the U.S. title for 2 reasons. One, it might make the U.S. title look like just a cheap game of hot potato, just like a lot of mid-card titles in wrestling, not just WWE. And I don't care if it would have been for a cheap pop or not. That would have been the worst idea ever. But sorry about that, guys. Waiting for a car to pass by on my side. Okay. And I see that there's a comment on the side. I'll get to it when we get to our co-main events. But yeah, just Austin Theory had no moments of, oh yeah, he might win. Just there was nothing of the sorts. If anything, you could have put this up. You could have put this title match on an episode of Monday Night Raw, and then given Bobby Lashley like a bigger challenge at Money in the Bank. One moment, guys. Okay, I'm back, And yeah, congrats to Bobby Lashley. I hope he has a dominant run with the US title. And I'm hoping that this time there are some credible challenges. Speaking of challenges, I don't want to see the US Open challenge. It was cool when John did it. It was cool when Seth did the first IC title run. But I don't need to see any more mid-card open challenges. I need people to earn matches. I need people to do contender matches. On to our next match. It is defending SmackDown Live Women's Champion Liv Morgan versus Rowdy Ronda Rousey. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I'm not going to BS this one either. This was a painful one-sided massacre. This was absolutely Liv getting her ass whooped. This was 2012 John Cena versus Brock Lesnar minus Liv getting like the victory off of just powering through. I've said this a lot in... One moment. I've said this a lot in other podcast episodes where a champion would win by the skin of their teeth. I don't know what to call this. Liv didn't even win in my eyes. She tapped out. Liv Morgan tapped out at 2, and the ref didn't see it. Maybe we can call this the SummerSlam screw job for Ronda Rousey. Because I'm sorry to say, she was in all her rights to kick Liv's ass, kick the ref's ass. Hell, if she would have kicked the camera guy's ass, that would have been fine too. Because, all in all, on paper, Liv did beat Ronda, but we all saw Liv tapped out. Liv talked this high game of, I'm going to beat you because I love this title more than you. I need this more than you. Just basically saying that she cares about the title way more than Ronda ever could. And I would want to believe that if we had a similar outcome to, I believe it was 2012 Over the Limit, CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan for the WWE Championship, where Daniel Bryan had CM Punk in the yes lock, and you see Punk tap exactly at 3. So maybe that was a botch. If it wasn't, Ronda got screwed. Congrats, Liv. Congrats, Liv, on retaining the title, but it definitely came at you getting your ass whooped. Now it is time for the double title unification. Not double title unification. Now it's time for the undisputed tag team title match between the Street Profits and Talk for Glory's contenders for Tag Team of the Year, the reigning, defending, undisputed tag team champions, the Usos, Jimmy and Jay. This match was okay. It wasn't Money in the Bank. Yeah, it wasn't Money in the Bank level because that was absolutely amazing. I think that should have main evented, honestly. If we knew we were getting that level of a great tag match, that should have main evented. Also, it was pretty funny to see Jeff Jarrett yesterday as a special guest ref and then him in a match today for Rick's quote-unquote last match. I will say this. I have enjoyed watching the Usos use the 3D more and more. I don't care if they call it the 1D. Every time I see that move, I literally like jump up for a quick second. I'll go 3D. But I like that they're using that move more. Also, this has nothing to do with SummerSlam, but hey, 2K, whenever you make a game, whenever you make the next WWE game, have the Usos double splash be the next tag team finisher. So in this match, Montez Ford was definitely a highlight. But I will say, I was texting Young Smooth during this match, and me and Young Smooth, as I assume a lot of you, all push for a Montez Ford singles run. But you can ask Young Smooth. I did tell him, are we forgetting about Angelo Dawkins? because he had his moments. He had his maybe I should think twice about him. But it did not help that he was the one that did get pinned. But it was interesting to see that Montez Ford started getting frustrated. Because Montez looks like he's the chill dude at the party, but he's also the human turn-up machine. If I was ever at a party and I was just I need someone to liven the party up, I would call Montez Ford in private party. Also, I am completely certain that the way Montez Ford runs and dives, I'm convinced that this man is, without a doubt, a small forward on the court. If he plays basketball, he is absolutely a small forward. All right, that's enough of me praising Montez Ford. Jimmy and Jay are just about the ultimate tag team in the WWE. Now, the $1 million question often is who's going to beat Roman. I want to know who's going to beat the Usos. That looks like the better question to me. Who's going to beat the Usos? The tag team that has been on lockdown since day one. These guys are running the Uso Penitentiary. What's next? What's next for the Usos? What's next for Street Profits? These guys are running the tag division. Also, guys, if it wasn't clear already, the order that I'm talking about these matches, I don't care that that wasn't the order of the matches yesterday. So, time for the second to last match. And what many people like to say, the best match of the night before the main event. It's between this match and the next match where they're match of the night. It is the Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belaire versus Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's Championship. This match had everything I enjoyed in wrestling, from limb targeting to near falls to just a little false hope. Because I will say, I went into this match not thinking Bianca was winning. I thought Becky Lynch was going to get this W. I thought she was going to get this win. I believe that Becky Lynch, with her perfect limb targeting of the arms, was going to win this match and then ride off into August, September, just all the way to Mania with this title. I thought the big time Beck's comeback was going to start yesterday. But, I was wrong. As we like to say on Talk for Glory, sometimes we like to be wrong. The EST of WWE proved me wrong as she retained, but then we got a shocking return. We got the return of Bayley. And I know so many people were happy about this, excited for this. And then we heard more music. Then we heard the returns of Dakota Kai. And if you guys know, Dakota Kai got released, I believe, what was it, maybe 4, 5, 6 months ago? Because I remember she won the tag titles with Raquel Gonzalez, and the next week she got released. So, welcome back Dakota Kai. Welcome back Bayley. And then, give me a moment, guys, because the day has come, the day that I've been saying that I've been dreading. My dread has been somewhat erased from my body. The day has finally come for Io Shirai. Even though I know, guys, she's known as Io Sky on the main roster. Io Shirai is on the main roster, and she's in a faction with Bayley. Now, I'll say this for the Stardom fans. I know. We wanted Io back. We wanted Io and Kyrie. We wanted Io and Queen's Quest. We wanted Io. We wanted Io versus Utami. We wanted all that. But welcome to the main roster, Io Sky. Now, although I did just say Io Sky, I'm telling you guys now, in future videos, I'm going to be saying Io Shirai. If you guys feel comfortable saying Io Sky, say Io Sky. I will say Io Shirai. Do not try and correct me. Or Young Smooth. Whichever one he goes by is whichever one he goes by. Also, one more thing. Happy to see Becky turn face. I want to see where this goes now. Now, one moment, guys. All right. Now that I'm back. All right, guys. So now that we're at the main event, I just want to thank everyone that's going to be hearing this. I do understand that I'm doing this rather late. But, guys, as always, thank you for coming to talk with. I remember one more thing that I got to read some comments. I did only have one at the moment. Cash Money. I'm always happy to see you here, man. They changed his theme song. Whose theme song? Wait, whose theme song did they change? So as I wait for the comment, oh, Pats, it was Seven Nation Army. Yeah, dude, I'm a giant fan of Seven Nation Army. I fucking love that song. It's in my workout playlist. Yeah. Yeah, not a fan of the let's go kind of thing. I was a big fan of Seven Nation Army myself. But guys, thank you as always. This is episode Seven Nation Army is copyrighted, so it was just for Mania. Oh, Zay, what's good, bro? Oh man, I wish that it wasn't copyrighted. Seven Nation Army was my thing. I went to a Madison Square Garden show, and as we were getting in, Pat would always come out to Seven Nation Army. So I just thought, it would be cool if he just started using that whenever he had matches. But actually, now that we're talking about theme song, guys, tell me what you guys think about a video about WWE Superstars theme songs. What do you think about that? Would you guys be looking forward to a top 10 WWE theme songs? But Zay, you're actually perfect timing. We're about to get into the main event. And I saw what you said. I saw what you said. So let's see if we're gonna go back and forth on ideals on the main event. But as always, guys, I want to thank everyone for joining me. Zay, welcome to Talk for Glory. Guys, if you haven't already, you guys can follow myself and Young Smooth on our social medias. Myself at Enigma_V4_, Young Smooth at Young Smooth TFG. You guys can also follow me on my on my Instagram, which is Enigma_V4. Guys, join our Discord. I believe we have like 7 people in there. We enjoy talking to each and every one of them. Also, if you guys don't know already, we are using Anchor and Spotify more and Apple Podcasts more to cover more wrestling, such as like Stardom. As of right now, it's just Stardom that I've been covering. But if you guys haven't already, give me something you want to talk about. Maybe I'll bring it up on Spotify. But again, my TikTok, Enigma_V4. And if you guys haven't already, you guys can drop a like, drop a sub, drop comments, give me feedback. And now it is time to get into the main event. For the Universal Championship, it is the Beast, the Challenger. It is well, he's not reigning, not defending. He's not undisputed. You know what? I know this is Hangman Adam Page's shit, but it is cowboy shit Brock Lesnar versus yours, mine, our tribal chief, Tough for Glory's 2021 Superstar of the Year, the longest reigning Universal Champion, the double champ, the head of the table, Roman Reigns, in a last man standing match. I'll say this. I actually like this match. For me, it was maybe 3.5 out of 5. That is the Tough for Glory ratings. That is the tough. Wait a minute. Sorry about that, guys. Be right back. I'll get my charger. Okay, I'm back. And yeah, sorry about that. I just couldn't have the live stream die live, you know. Brock made the match with Joe. He wrestled his soul and his body's last match. Yeah. That, to a degree, I do want to agree with you because this man, Brock Lesnar, came out with a fucking tractor. And realistically, and I told Young Smooth this, like we have different opinions on the outcome. Like, I'll genuinely say Brock was on that ass. Like, Brock was beating the fuck out of Roman Reigns. But then I rewatched the match this morning, and although Brock was literally beating the fucks out of this man, as if Roman Reigns owed him money, it then dawned on me that Roman wasn't a dominant God mode tribal chief, whatever the fuck. This was the most desperate Roman Reigns match I have ever seen. So, Zay, as you say, Brock put his soul and body on this. I'm going to say Roman Reigns put his livelihood in this match. I think if they turn this into a character where Roman Reigns is 1,000% aware of the notion, the idea of without the Universal title, I'm nothing. Therefore, I must win via desperation tactics when facing a big challenge such as Brock Lesnar. I would like Roman Reigns' matches with Brock. If it doesn't show like, oh yeah, I'm just as big and bad as you, I would rather much see Brock. I'd rather see Roman get desperate. This man, Brock Lesnar, did everything but run him over with the tractor. This man flipped the ring or just tilted the ring, and Roman basically fell and almost just hit his head. Roman Roman took the ass whooping like a G. I'll give him that, but for me, Roman needed to turn it up a bit more. So I'm going to have to ask you a question for the comments. What is your favorite Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns match? And then what was something that Roman Reigns had that this Roman Reigns didn't? But as I was saying, as I wait for Zay's response, Brock Lesnar pretty much did everything except keep Roman down. And I'm not even going to say Roman stood up off of his own willpower by the end of this ass whooping. If this was a parking lot and there were no cars, Roman would have nothing to stand himself up. Roman was using the guardrail to basically push himself up, like a good majority of the times. The guardrails, the steps, like he needed something to help him get up. The Usos saving Roman was huge for me. Austin Theory trying to cash in was dumb as shit. Like, Austin, how the hell are you going to cash in on Roman Reigns and or Brock Lesnar after this match? There's not even a ring for you to pin them in. And seeing Paul Heyman get F5'd through the announce table was just honestly funny as hell to me. I will say this about what Roman did to win, where he literally basically threw everything at this man in the arena. It was very symbolic to Alberto Del Rio versus The Big Show for the World Heavyweight Championship in the Last Man Standing. Now, did Roman Reigns win this gracefully as a god, as dominant? No. Roman Reigns won this off of pure desperation. And if we had a mic to Roman, if we could read Roman's mind, as the Usos, as Roman, were all throwing stuff at Brock, I can only imagine Roman Reigns' mindset going, stay the fuck down. This is my titles. I can imagine that's what was going through the mind of our tribal chief. While at the same time, I will say that Brock Lesnar should at least be done for now. What do you guys think? Where should Brock Lesnar go from here? Because I don't want Brock Lesnar to come back in 4 months and challenge again. I don't want that. I think Brock should be done for the rest of the year. I think Brock should be done until next year SummerSlam. But I'm going to wait about a solid 2 more minutes so we hit the 40-minute mark. And I'll be taking questions, comments, concerns about SummerSlam, about just Talk for Glory in general, videos you guys may want to see. Just anything. But let's see. For me, I think the highlight of SummerSlam I'm thinking Brock should stay out till Rumble season to set up a huge Mania match. But who's he going to feud with, Zay? The one thing I don't like about Brock Lesnar is you can't sell me the idea, the dream of Brock Lesnar wanting to feud with a mid-carder. You can't sell me this idea that, babyface Dolph versus Brock Lesnar. So it would have to be like a main eventer. Like maybe we can get Bobby Lashley versus Brock part 2. But yeah, that's all I can think about for Brock. And again, the human highlight reel for myself was seeing Io Shirai finally come up to the main roster. Like I said, Stardom fans, I know I wanted her to go back to Stardom. I wanted to see Utami versus Io. I wanted Io and Kairi to team up against Kamatani and Utami. I wanted all that too. But I'm also just as happy with Io Shirai on the main roster, and I'm hoping that they don't ruin her. I'm hoping for an AJ Edge, but Bobby Lashley would be the best opponent. Honestly, I'm hoping to see what they can do with Brock, because if what you can primarily pitch to me is just world title matches, I lose disinterest in Brock pretty fast. Is everything okay with Smooth? Yeah, Cash Money. We appreciate the concern. Just Young Smooth, he's a busy man. Sometimes Top for Glory will be uploading you 3-4 videos a week. Sometimes 2. We're just busy guys. So I think we've said this a while back, but Top for Glory isn't just mine. Top for Glory isn't just Young Smooth's. It's both of ours. And, you may catch a video with just me. You may catch a video with just him. You're going to catch a video with both of us. But you'll never see Top for Glory as just like one person's thing. Like, if you ever have a conversation with me about Top for Glory, I will bring up Young Smooth and vice versa. But we have hit our 40-minute mark. Well, we went a little over our 40-minute mark. But, guys, thank you so much for joining me on Top for Glory. This is... One moment, guys. Going to sneeze. Sorry about that, guys. Man, this has been episode 129. This has been... One moment. This has been the WWE Summerslam 2022 review. In case you guys haven't already, you guys can drop a like, drop a sub, follow us on our socials. If you guys haven't already, you guys can follow Young Smooth at Young Smooth TFG. You guys can follow me at Enigma_V4_. That's our Twitters, guys. My Instagram and TikTok is Enigma_V4. Follow the Talk for Glory Spotify / Apple Podcast, where I've been doing the mini-series as of lately. And guys, remember to join our Discords. Have fun conversations with us. Or even you guys can follow me on my Twitch, where I do a lot of simulations of the matches that come eventually. To tell you the truth, I was going to do a Brock versus Roman, but the match kept going under 3 or 5 minutes. But you guys will be seeing a lot more simulation uploads. But remember, guys, drop a like, drop a sub, have a great night, and enjoy wrestling.